Hello everyone, today we have a lower body reformer on the Mat Pilates session using the foam roller. You can use a ball if you don't have a roller. So legs, glutes, hip stability. It's part of our 4-week reformer on the mat program. So if you want to find out more about the program, I'll leave all of those details down in the description below. We're going to get started in our warm-up in seated. So we're going to turn to face the short end of the mat, reformer, foam roller in the center. And place your feet at the top of the roller. Push it away just enough so that you've got that grip on the roller, but you're sitting upright and your hands go behind your knees. I'm just going to start here with a bit of a cat-cow. So taking an exhale breath, curl your spine back, tuck those hips in, and then curl up into seated. And exhale back, inhale, lifting up. So you're starting to find that activation through the back of the legs here as we grip onto that roller. And that grip is coming from the arches pushing down, not the toes curling in. So it's the arches that are working. Lovely. And 2. Press those feet into the roller as you curl back. Now keep that C shape. Pull your roller towards you, activating the back of those hamstrings. Push the roller away. Exhale, pull it in. And away. You're going to feel both the core connection, back of the legs. Option to sit more upright if you need more support in this position. Lift your gaze a little bit, coming out of the neck and shoulders. Those hands behind your legs, feel those hamstrings. Can we go 2? And 1 where you can feel those inner thighs as well. Pull it in, walk the roller in until it's underneath your arches, and then roll all the way back down to the mat. And then you want to come towards your feet. So either you're shifting down or rolling that roller towards you. The feet are in line with knees, knees in line with hips, and then pressing down in both hands. Bringing one foot to the mat. Other is at the top of the roller. We're going to roll the hips up and off the mat. Hold there, deep breath in. And exhale back down. We take an exhale breath on the way up and down. Pause at the shoulder blades for your inhale. You can always place both feet at the top of the roller for more challenge, but that will come into lower body class next week and a little bit in today's class. You want to feel that you're rolling down on both sides of your back, even though your feet are off balance. 1 more, roll it up to the tips of the shoulders, hold it there. Let's take those hands to those hip bones. Press your hips up towards your hands and feel that stability as you lift and lower this bottom heel. So now we're keeping that stability on the foot on the roller, all the way up into our hips. You're going to feel the glute and hamstring on the leg of the roller. 2, 1. Keep that heel up, push your roller away. Bring it in, drop your hips. And up. Roller. In. And down. Option to lower your bottom heel to the mat if lifting it up is a bit too challenging right now. Think of squeezing your inner thighs together to activate the pelvic floor and lower abs. Very important for your stability. And 2. 1 more. Bring it all the way in. Lower those hips down and switch the legs. So other foot comes with the roller. Find that alignment, squeezing those legs towards each other and begin to roll up and down. Pressing down into both of your hands for support and stability. You don't want to lift any higher than the tips of your shoulder blades because it's likely that you'll come into your lower back or your neck. And 2. We're going to hold it up on the last one to lift and lower that heel. Hold it there, tips of the shoulder blades still on the mat. Tuck those hips up, hands to hip bones, and then lift and lower that bottom heel, making sure that you're not lifting and lowering your hips. That's why we have these hands here. Beginner classes always have a lot of info. 1 more. Keep that heel up or down for more support. Push the roller away. Pull it in. Press your hips up towards your hands as you roll the roller away. We're working on that hip stability and alignment. Last 2. And 1. Roll the roller in and bring your hips down. Place both of your feet at the top of the roller. Take the feet wide and just windshield wiper those legs side to side. Arms can go to T. Oh, let's give that a quick stretch before we come into our hip work. Okay, kick the roller in towards your bum cheeks, lift your bums, and place your roller underneath your hips. You want to make sure that it's underneath your hip bones, not your lower back, because you want to get a little bit of a tuck here to support that lower back and activate your core. Hands on the roller or on the mat, whatever feels most comfortable for you. I like to put my hands on my hips. Lifting one leg to tabletop, second leg comes up, find your balance. Adjust your roller if you need. You're going to stretch one leg away, pull it back in. Other side we stretch and in. Feel under your hands, your hips stay steady. Feel like you're zipping up through your center belly button to chest as you stretch your leg away. Good, 1 more. Bring it all the way in. Now we're going to take both legs down towards the ground. Doesn't have to touch. Activate that core. Pull the legs up. Lift and lower. Keep those shoulder blades down to the mat. Good. You're going to start to find that core connection for the next exercise. And 1. Legs come to tabletop. Bring your heels together, open your knees, and your feet are in a V position. So we're going for froggers. Press your legs away, squeeze your inner thighs together, bend your knees into the start. Exhale, press away. Inhale, return to frogger. Option to take your legs up towards the ceiling for more support. Lower down is going to be more challenging for the core. If your shoulder blades are lifting off the ground, you want to take those legs up higher into a diagonal to the ceiling. Two more. Try keep your heels in the center of your body. 1, press the legs away, keep them long, point the toes. We're going to open and then tap the heels. Open and close. Starting to find that inner thigh connection. Turning the legs out from those hips. Lift your legs higher if you need more support. Lower down, more challenge. For 2,
For 1, we're going to increase this tempo. We're going to open, cross, open, switch. So you're going to crisscross those legs, nice and quick. Start to take them down and then lift them up. Steady in those hips, so go at a pace that allows you to stay stable in the hips. 3 more up and down. Good. Reach those legs away from you. 1 more. Hug your knees to your chest and take a low back stretch. Well done. All right, we're going to come into a bridge with both feet on the roller. So push the roller away and bring your arches to the top of the roller. Knees in line with hips, hands to the mat. Roll your hips up and off the ground. Press your arches down into the roller and then come back down. Again, we pause at the shoulder blades for that inhale. Feel that activation through the hamstrings and glutes. If you want more activation, you want to feel like you pull your heels towards your shoulders, and immediately glutes and hamstrings are going to switch on a bit more. One more, can we hold it at the top? We're building up. For next week's lower body class, press down into those hands, squeeze and lift those glutes. Pull that roller towards you just a little bit. Think of squeezing through those inner thighs. Press your shoulders into the ground. Let's lower the hips, lift them straight up, working into glutes for 4. Feel balanced across the roller on both feet. Let's aim for 2 more. And 1, hold, and roll it all the way down. Awesome work. Push the roller away, stretch up through the arms. We're going to stretch those hamstrings. You're going to roll up through the chest, curl yourself up to seated, dive over to the toes. Roll it up to seated, inhale, exhale, forward to the toes. Now you have the option to move the roller out of the way if it's holding you back. We're getting that lovely stretch through the hamstrings. Option to bend your knees if you prefer as well. See how that feels. 1 more. And all the way up into side work. You're going to flip your legs around. Roller comes into the waist. And you're going to be down on that elbow. Top leg is straight. Bottom leg bent. Reach the leg away. We're going to lift and lower. Now you can keep that toe pointed or you can flex up and point down. Good. We're trying not to drop into this bottom shoulder. We want to work into that top glute. It's not about how high you bring that leg up. It's about can you find that lift from here. And 2. 1, hold there. We're going to point and pull your leg back. Find the glute squeeze. Then flex forward. Pull back. Find that core connection and that glute squeeze. So we don't want to arch the back. You're going to pull your toe to the wall behind you and your heel up towards your bum. And 2. Good. 1 more. Bring the leg forward, turn your toe down and your heel up. So let your foot fall. Immediately you're going to feel this as the side of your glute working. 3 taps. And then lift your heel up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Inhale for those taps and then exhale when you lift. Push down into this bottom leg as you lift that leg. The top one is really going to get in there. 1 more. Release and in. Good. Let's just take a moment stretch here. Pressing that roller away, stretching up and out of that hip. Lovely. And bring it all the way around. So roller comes into the side of the waist, between that hip bone and rib cage, down on that elbow. Let's reach the leg away. So we don't want to be dropped down here because it's not going to feel good, right? That rib cage is going to hurt, the shoulder is going to hurt, and you're not going to get the glute. Push that hip away. Start to lift and lower. Choosing if you want to keep that foot pointed or flex up, point down. Can you think of lengthening from your head to your heel? Good. Reach that leg away. Maybe even press your hand down to this hip, which works a little harder. And 2. 1 more, hold the leg up, point the toe, pull the leg back, find your glute, flex, forward, squeeze back. So it's quite lovely. The roller gives you a bit of support here in the waist and feedback. Lightly pull your elbow towards the roller as well to keep you up and out of your shoulder. Good, let's go 1 more. And then we have those forward taps, drop the foot, 3 taps, and a lift. I'm starting to feel a little bit of inner thigh on this side. I don't know about you. Good, so I'm going to press my hand into my hip to create that connection. Get my body to go here. Good. That's the work. 2 more. And 1. Woo! Glutes on fire. Bring it in. Stretch it out. Woo! Feels great. Side stretch. We're not done yet with that glute work. Let's bring it in. You're going to come into a prone position. Place your ankles at the top of that roller. So flip yourself around. Take your time in getting into this position. You're going to stack your hands one on top of the other. Rest your head on those hands. And the roller is nice and snug underneath those ankles. A small lift through the lower abs, just so that you've got that core activation. You're going to lift one leg up away from the roller, squeeze the glute, lower. Same leg, we lift and lower. Now you want to think of that smile, that crease of the glute. You want to squeeze right there. Try not to drop into the lower back. 1 more, hold the leg up. You're going out to the side and pull it back in. Side and in. The leg that's on the roller, push down on that side as well, so that your hip is not moving around. Equal pressure on both hips. Last 2. 1 more, bring the leg in line with your hip. Flex your foot, so make a flat foot. Then pull your heel to your bum. Point, stretch. Flex and bend. Point and stretch. Now we're getting a little more glute and hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Good. Find ease in your shoulders. Bring the work to that leg. One more. And down, relax everything. Ooh, maybe wiggle those hips. Right. Find equal pressure in both hips. The lift through the core. Lower and lift that other leg. Now you may notice one side always feels a little different. So tune into finding the activation on this side and stability. Reaching that heel up to the ceiling. And maybe thinking even towards your head. And 2. Keep it up on 1 where you are to the side. And in. Side. Good. You're going to start to feel the side of that glute working here. Lowering the leg for more support, lifting it up for challenge. And 2. Good. 1 more. Bring it in to center. Flex the foot. Bend the knee. Pull it in. And stretch it away. Nice little hamstring curl here. Later on in the program or the challenge, we're going to add a ball to this movement and then you really spice it up. Today, I want you to focus on stability. 3. And 1 more. Good. Stretch that leg away. We're going to finish it off here with a bit of scooter. So hands come under shoulders. Press your hips back to your heels. Just finding a bit of a lower back stretch here. All right. Bring your hands under your shoulders in a 4-point kneeling position. And you're going to bring one leg out in front of you. It's in front of your hip. And that other leg, you're going to push the roller away. From here, you're going to pull that roller in and then press it away, keeping your chest in center. If you want more challenge, you're floating up this front knee, curling up through your spine. Exhale, pull the roller in. Focus on that hip stability. And quad and hamstring is working in the front. Good. 4, 3, and 1. Lower it down, bring it in, and switch sides. Spicy ending. Press the roller away, getting it underneath the top of your foot. Placement is quite important. Right, staying down or hovering up, your choice. Pull it in, push it away. Please take this at your own pace. You want to feel strong and stable in the lower body. Oh, I'm losing my roller. There we go. Getting sneaky core here as well. For 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Bring that knee in. And press yourself into a child's pose stretch. Fantastic. Let's stretch it out. Bringing it up to 4-point kneeling. Cross your one knee behind the other, lower down to the elbows. And give yourself a stretch there. Nice glute stretch. You can press yourself back a little bit more if you want to get more glutes. I like to just hang out here. Good. Bring it up to the other side.
Oh, feels good. There was quite a bit of core there towards the end. It was quite nice. And if you were here for the second session where we did upper arms and upper body, I'm sure you can feel your arms have worked as well today. All right, let's come to seated. We're just going to stretch out through those hips, so bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Let me just angle myself a little bit. Nice and tall, upright, legs are wide. Reach those arms forward and stretch down. And roll it up. Option to sit on a cushion or on the top of your roller if you just need a bit more support there. And let's go one more. Bring it up, hands to knees, and just maybe give yourself a little rocker side to side, relaxing through the hips. You can always bring your hands behind you, it feels good. Deep breath in through the nose. Nice long exhale. One more breath. And release. Well done. Legs have worked hard today. A little bit of core in there as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this lower body class. As you can feel, we're using that roller to build a bit of that stability awareness around the hips, activating through the back of the legs and quads. And as the program goes, it's going to get a little bit more challenging. So if you want to join for the full challenge and you want all the information, I will leave all those details down in the description below. I hope that you have an amazing day. And if this is all for you, thank you for joining me and making time for your movement. I will see you in our next session, which is going to be a core class again, and it's going to be a little bit more challenging. So come and join for that. Have a wonderful day.